Hi there, this is Jen, and thanks for joining me today. I am participating in a video hop for my shop, which is jenleeschoolcraft.com. If you aren't familiar, it is a shop that has both new and used supplies at fantastic prices. And so we're doing a video hop today to showcase some of the products in the shop. The products that we are showcasing are the cut and emboss folders. I think there are 6 different styles. There are 4 people on the hop, so we'll be showcasing 4 of those. But I wanted to mention there is a giveaway, and it is a $50 gift certificate to jenleeschoolcraft.com. And I will talk a little bit about the giveaway and how to enter that as we go along in the video. But first, I wanted to show you the different embossing folders. The first folder that was shown was the butterflies folder. This one right here is the Wreath Aperture. Really, really pretty. Beck Ann is going to be doing this embossing folder. She is on the hop, and that is the multi-hearts cut and emboss folder. And Dorleen is going to be doing this one. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. This is the air balloon. And then Michelle is going to be doing the flower fairies cut and emboss folder. And then I'm going to be doing the rose border. So I had a lot of fun with this. I hope you enjoy this video and follow us along and find something new in the shop maybe. So all the parts on the embossing folder that are white are where the cut lines are, and then the rest is going to be the embossed portion. So I'm going to take a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of tan cardstock to start out, and I just went ahead and I spritzed that with a little bit of water, and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. And today I'm only making 1 card, but I'm going to show you several finished products so you can kind of see some different ideas. But isn't that beautiful? I love that it cuts and it embosses at the same time. It's so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this card. I'm going to grab some Burgess Monroe Alabaster White pigment ink. And I'm just going to take the ink directly to the paper and kind of swipe that on the cardstock so that it is mainly only going over the raised embossed areas. But I'm also going to go ahead and take that ink as well. Swipe it a little bit over the unembossed areas, and then I'm going to take my blending tool and just smooth those areas out a little bit. And I love the way that looks. I think it's just so pretty. I also cut a few pieces of white cardstock out with the embossing folder just because I think it looks really beautiful on just white cardstock. But for this card, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a die from my stash, an arch die from Spellbinders. I'm going to go ahead, and it fits almost perfectly, and I'll run that through my die cut machine, and it does almost perfectly cuts it, but on the left hand side, on the corner of one of the hearts, it doesn't, it cuts the heart on that very corner, but it's really hard to tell, so I'm not going to worry about it. And next, I'm going to grab these laser die cuts from 49 and Market. This is the One Perfect Day Wildflowers, and 49 and Market is one of those products lines that I hoard, and so I'm very proud of myself for actually pulling this out. But I thought these flowers work perfectly with the die cut, the folder, as well as just the coloring and everything. The other side of the main sheet in the packaging for this laser cut set, there was this phrase with like a piece of tape, and so I'm going to go ahead and cut that out and use that as the phrase on my card. So I went ahead and cut it out, and now I'm just going to do a little bit of fussy cutting to cut around all of those white areas. And I wanted to pull a little bit of that kind of pink, really light pink, peaches, peach-ish color or rose color from that die cut piece. And so I am just going to grab some paper, and this is going to be the piece directly behind, and this is going to be a shape card. So I went ahead and I used that same arched die to create this back piece, and the original score line I used for the fold in this card was a little bit too small, and so I just went ahead and made another. And so this is just going to be assembled and adhered at the top. And I am going to pop up the main piece with a bunch of foam. And so while I do this, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the giveaway. So the giveaway is a $50 gift card to my shop, so jenleeschoolcraft.com. And to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment, and then in the description of the video, there is going to be a link to a form that you fill out, and that will be your entry into the giveaway. So if you go to each channel and enter the giveaway, you will have 4 entries. So those will go in, and then we'll do a random draw, and the winner will be announced, I believe, on the 28th. And so the form, it just asks for your name and your email. I never do anything with the email other than contact you if you are the winner. All the others are discarded. And don't forget, if you've never shopped on my site before, there is a discount code for 20% off if you are a new customer, and that is going to be on the site. But all of the details for the products and the website and the giveaway will be in the description of this video, so I hope you go ahead and check that out. And there will also be a playlist for all the other participants on the Hop, and I hope you go ahead and check their videos and their channels out as well. To finish off this card, I added a little bit of watered down liquid white acrylic paint, and then I am using one of the Spellbinders shimmer sparkle liquid that comes in the cute little nail polish bottle. So I added a little of that for some sparkle, and then I'm going to add that phrase by popping that up with a piece of 1/8 inch foam tape, which is perfect for sentiments. And we're going to pop that up on the card. And then I wanted to add a little bit to the inside of the card. So I'm going to take this stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's called Ranunculus Romance. It's got some really pretty script and this beautiful flower image. And so I just went ahead and used some watermark ink to just give that kind of tone on tone look, and or the watermark look. And then we will assemble the main portion of the card. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue and adhesive to the other side of that score line where the card is going to fold. And that will finish off the card for today, but I'm going to show you a few more ideas for how you can use this. And then we'll take one last look at the embossing folder. Again, this is the DoCrafts Rose Border embossing folder. And one last look at the card we created today. And then this next card is just, I rounded the corners. I added the embossing folder design on top of a piece of pattern paper, and then infilled those or inlaid those heart pieces with some peach paper. And then this is an unfinished card, but basically all I did was I fussy cut around the outside to give that more of an oval shape, and added that to another piece of peach cardstock that I used to grab the hearts from for that second card. And then these are just scrap pieces. Basically all I did was cut this down the middle. I think this would be really cool to use as kind of, I don't know if it's called a gatefold card, but basically where the card opens in the middle. This would be really pretty to have these sides and then have it split down the middle and open. And so I hope this video gave you some ideas, and I hope also that you'll follow along on the Hop and get some ideas for the other embossing folders. Go ahead and don't forget to add your entry to be entered for that giveaway. And that is it for me today. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today, and I hope to see you next time.